All right, we're live. Here I am. Nice to meet you all, everyone who, if anyone is watching at that. My name is Juan. Nice to meet you all. And if you're here, you probably got this video popped up on your recommendations or something, or it is what it is, whatever it is. Basically, starting today, I'm going to be recording every single one of my sessions that I trade. I'm going to be trading Monday to Friday. Everything's gonna be everything's gonna be placed on here. I'm gonna be as transparent as possible. I'm not gonna hide anything. And just for context, I got into trading back in February, and I've been trading for the last 5 months. I started off with a sim account, so started paper trading on Tradeovate using TradingView, and then eventually I found out about TopStep as a prop firm for a combine to be funded for 50K. Currently, I am working on this funded account, and I opened it back in July. But I decided that for one, for the sake of learning my bad habits and improving as a whole, I'm going to be recording my trades, and I'm going to be looking back at them to review them to see where I messed up, to see what I can fix, what I can improve, how I'm missing reads, because I've noticed that I get a little distracted sometimes, or something I don't observe properly, and these are kind of things that I have to work on. But also, I want anyone, if anyone's watching for that matter, that's show and reveal what it's really like to be essentially a beginning day trader. So I'm going to be recording essentially my journey as a non-profitable trader. Matter of fact, I'm losing. As you guys can see, I just lost 503, and you guys can see me improve or maybe fail. Well, I don't know. Anything can happen ultimately. Point is, this is the raw footage, not edited. I mean, I'm probably just gonna edit like a piece so I can just reverse it. Point being, it's all straightforward. It's all on there. I'm being transparent. You guys can take a look. Here it is. This is my highest. This is my current, and this is my lowest. Obviously, I just lost 500, so I'm probably gonna be end up with 50, 49, 30 something. I mean 300 something. This is what it is. This is when I started, my winning days, my percentage, how much I lost, these are my trades. You guys want to take a look at those as well. I'm gonna be as transparent as possible on here, but ultimately this is for anyone who's watching. I'm just learning. I trade futures. I trade ICT concepts, and I trade currently only S&P minis. Sorry, S&P micros, so MES. I don't really trade Nasdaq at the moment. It's just I only really use it for to 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 check out for SMT divergences, but that's about it. And you guys are about to see, and then and from starting right now to whenever it is that I do, what it's really like to trade. Whether I take a L, whether I take a dub, whatever it is that it is, ultimately the goal as of right now, as of right here, right now, is to pass this combine, this 50K combine. Hopefully not, not break it, not crash it. And for a little context, I'm sure I said it already, but once again, my name is Juan, and yeah, I'm just a dude living in New York. Hopefully, can make a living out of this, out of trading, and I don't have I don't have money, as you guys may suggest. I mean, may suggest is crazy, as you guys may be able to observe. Um, I don't. I started learning this not too long ago, so I don't have much context behind the whole thing. I'm learning just as much as I know, or am learning just as much as anyone here is watching. You guys are free to also observe, and if there's any suggestions you guys may want to make, you guys can always go ahead and comment something down below, maybe to help me out. Maybe I noticed something that I didn't notice, and so on and so forth. Ultimately, point being is that I don't come from much. Um, I don't have much to my name per se. I'm at a stage where I'm not gonna say I'm rock bottom, but it it probably is hard to go lower, if that makes sense. Nonetheless, I am grateful for what I do have. For example, this home I get to eat on a day-to-day basis. Um, but I like to do more, right? And so this is once again a recording of my journey, starting right now at this point of how I may or may not improve in this, but I am going to dedicate my time, my effort on this trading. I'm gonna remain disciplined. I'm gonna remain diligent, and I have high hopes that I'm going to pass this combine one way or the other. So if anyone wants to stick around, feel free to. I don't really expect to get really views and such. It's really more just so that I can look back at this and say, hey, this is really where I started. So, yeah. So in a couple seconds, you're about to see the actual today's actual charting and such. Granted, I did start a little late today, but I'll be recording between Monday to Friday. Only times I might not record is when it's like a festive day, so like 4th of July or Memorial Day, so on and so forth. Market's a little less. There's less volume in the market during those times. But yep. So anyone, just feel free to observe, to watch. Thank you if you're watching this at all, and yeah. So to the video. Um, and yeah, that's about that pretty much. Not really much. I'll maybe speak a couple things here and there, but once again, this is not. I'm still learning, so anything that you guys are seeing or watching me do, it's still subject to change. It can still vary. It can still switch up, right? So I'm just learning and applying what I know. It could be wrong. It could be right. So that's how we learn, right? All right. So market open about 9 minutes ago. Usually I wait about 15 minutes, give or take, to let the market settle from the initial volatility. But in the meantime, I'm going to start charting. So I chart on TradingView, and then I place my trades on the actual combine. As of right now, looking at the weekly, right? We can see it respected this FVG down here, and it's pushing up. In the 4 hour, we see that it respected this this bottom FVG over here, and right here. So we see, well, I'm seeing right now, like I said, I'm still learning and all, but it looks like it swept up this high up here. You can see this wick of candle here, and might be sweeping up a little more. What I'm thinking is that it possibly wants to sweep up and push back down to this higher time frame daily FVG right here. And if we zoom in a little bit more to the 4 hour, once again we see that it didn't go past this point right here. It's probably liquidity sitting up there. Let's see what else. So this FVG, this 4 hour FVG down here got respected right here, and this FVG as well is here, hasn't gotten tapped into, so that's still, so I think that's still good. So it's right here, it's 4 hour FVG. What I'm looking to see is, well, initially I was looking to see it maybe sweep back up here, maybe do equal highs and then push back down. Likelihood is, and once again, I'm not basing it off on really what I want to do, rather what it wants to do, but I'm thinking that it probably wants to tap into this daily FVG to respect it. In order for it to do that, though, it could also technically push past this one, respect this bottom one, and then push back up, and this could become an IFVG, push back down into the daily. That could also happen. But let's see the 1 hour. So in the 1 hour, we see it respected this FVG down here, and yeah. So what does it want to do? Well, let's see. Hold up. All right. So I trade the New York session, so that's 9:30 open. So that'll be right here. Oh, I forgot. I gotta change myself up. Boom. All right. So 9:30 open. London session open at 3, and then Asian sessions open at 1800s. Okay. So let's see. So we're looking at. So this would be like right here. No, that's. So this would be London session high. Let's get rid of this. So London session high over here, and then we have a Well, the Asian session hole got pushed above, so that's not really relevant anymore. And we have an Asian session low right here. Hold up. Right here. Maybe a different color. Hold up. Let's go with orange. Yep, orange works. Asian session low down here, and then London session low down here. So these are points of interest for the market. Liquidity sitting up here, liquidity sitting up here. So now that I look at it, it probably wants to tap into this. It probably wants to wipe this. Sweep this what you call it, this session high. In which case, if it does push, the likelihood is going to respect. Well, it depends on when it closes, but if it closes and taps into this, then it's probably going to push into this FVG right here. But looking at the higher time frames, but maybe just so as you guys can see a little better, let me just fill in the whole week entirely. Yeah. So the purple is bullish movement, and then the black are bearish movements. But like I said, it might. What I'm thinking is it wants to push above. Hold on, let me move it again. Hold on. Well, in the 15-minute, this would be it. But then again, let's see. What I'm thinking is it probably wants to push into this zone of liquidity. And if it does, you know what it's probably gonna do? Likelihood is gonna push up here on the next candle and come down here. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Because if it does, then that means that this FVG is actually get created. Is it going to? I don't know, but we have to look. We have to see how it moves. So let's look into the 5 minutes. See how it's moving. Oh, it's long. It's 5 seconds. Okay. It's already 9:44. It's about to be 9:45. What's it want to do? Once again, I'm looking to be bearish. But yeah, like I said, it probably will be sweeping up here, this area here of liquidity. That's what I'm looking for. To sweep up here and push back down. So I do place a market order. What's gonna happen? Probably is still sweeping liquidity here. And then the 1 hour. Yeah. It's probably gonna sweep up here and then push back down into this one, into this FVG right here. The 1 minute. That looks to me like, so I'm gonna actually sell.
Order filled.
10 here. I'm gonna sell 10 here, and I'm going to aim for this bottom FVG right here, which would be located at 6341.25. 6341. 6341.25. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? No, it's not. Yeah, what is it? What is it? Yep, 6341.25, 6341.25, yep. And then I see no reason why I would want to keep on pushing higher. And if it does, it's probably not going to be now. It just respected it in the weekly. It did just respect that, but the likelihood is it still wants to respect this daily, so it could go higher if it did choose to. Right now, I'd say it's sleeping. So there, yeah. So I'm looking at this 4-hour FVG right here. So it's 6. Wait, it's actually. Wait, hold up. Is there? Yeah, no. So actually, it might be respecting this 4-hour FVG. The higher time frame FVG matters a little bit more. So I'm gonna aim for this actually. This FVG right here hasn't gotten tapped into. It's still, yep, hasn't got tapped into. And on top of that, there is. So you have the 4-hour, and you have this London session low, as well as the Asian session low, which it most likely will be aiming for. So that would be 6338.5, 6338.5, which will be right here. And since usually I like to go for a 2-for-1, I want a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Half of that would be. Let's see. So I bought it about 6357.75. 6357.75. So again, I'm aiming for this FVG right here, and a 2-to-1. Nah, give or take, that would be 6367. 6367.25. Okay. So I'm personally looking at the. So realistically, it probably is gonna want to push into this daily FVG, but I don't wanna really overdo it. So I'm gonna aim for the 4-hour FVG. I'm confident that it's gonna aim for this 4-hour. Matter of fact, it probably is gonna aim for the. It probably is gonna aim for the daily. I will be honest, but I'm gonna stick to the 4-hour. You guys can see here the trade I just placed, and then this is this is the chart I'm referring to right now. Once again, like I said, I'm gonna be pretty transparent. Even though I feel like it does want it to do that, there's no such thing as what I wanted to do. So if I'm being honest, this wasn't a really good trade or like a really good step in. Is it gonna do it? It might. Once again, like I said, I'm looking at the higher and lower time frames, but it really could just, like you could tell here, it could really just push above, like all the way up here, and it still would be part of the sweep tank speaking. So I will be honest, and this wasn't a good trade at all. Honestly, this was just based on my intuition and my feeling, which really wasn't based on anything particularly. And even if it does work out, this is not a good trade, and I can and I can acknowledge that. Then again, it is a little bit I'm gonna be honest, it's a little bit, it's my first time, having to interact with something else while doing the trade, so it's a little odd if I'm honest. But right now all we gotta see is how it plays out, and if it plays out, then cool. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, see how that goes. I feel like this is gonna close around there and then push back down. Then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Then again, it really isn't about right or wrong. Really, it's just about reading the market. Which, let's see how this goes. It's 9:53, so it's still um fairly early. I'm waiting to see what it wants to do, because it really could just peak all the way past my thing. But once again, this is what I'm looking at right now. This is the way I'm seeing it. There's a so it did respect the weekly and it's pushing up, but if it did want to push up and it wants to keep on pushing up, it probably wants to pull back down so it can keep going up, right? And there's a daily FVG sitting right here. It already respected this FVG right here multiple times, and it keeps pushing up, and it created a new FVG. Likelihood is it wants to push back into this FVG. Maybe, maybe not. But once again, the 4 hour, right? It's looking bullish. Still is looking bullish. It went up, respected this, pushed into the FVG, pushed up. Now, after sweeping this liquidity up here, it went back into this FVG, pushed back up. What I'm imagining is that it wants to keep on pushing past. I mean, it wants to keep on pushing up, but it has to push back down to push back up. So it's probably going to once again sweep up this liquidity right here and push back into this FVG over here. And then once again, into 1 hour. Right now, except sweeping up, it could very well disrespect this entirely. Like I said, I also have a cap on my trading that if I lose more than $500, it kicks me out entirely. But yeah, this wasn't a good trade at all. This was pretty this was pretty bad, honestly, as a whole. It was like there was no reason for me to actually do the use this trade at all. Like I had no real basis to do it. I didn't have enough context to actually push through the FVG. But we'll hold on to it anyway, see how that goes. I'm already in the game anyway, so why not? Candle with the 1 hour candle is going to close in about 4 minutes. So is a 4 hour, and yeah. So let's see how this is going. See, in the 5 minutes, it's still pretty, yeah, still bullish. But yeah, let's see how this goes. So right now I'm looking at the 1 hour. I'm not sure what it really wants to do right now. If I look at it, this is really up here now. This is really all the way up here. This is pushing up quite a lot. It's pushing up quite a lot. And again, it's also possible that it wants to keep on pushing up. That's not impossible either. Maybe it did have enough down here to push back up. Let's see. By the way, this is I don't think you guys can see, but this is the 1 minute. Same one. It's just the 1 minute though. And then this is the up here. You guys can see what it is. So this was the 1 hour for now. This is the 1 minute. Let's just see what it wants to do. By the way, I don't really use a lot of indicators per se. I only really use these FVG indicators, really. And for the most part, I really only trade off of liquidity, and I trade off of FVGs, equilibrium, and yeah, that's pretty much it. About that's kind of the only concept I use as a whole to do my trading. And right now, we're looking kind of fine, if I'm honest with you. It seems to be pushing back down. Taking the 1 minute. I mean, it could still respect this as well. I mean, who knows? So ideally, I would have wanted to probably see this right here push past these FEGs, disrespect them, push down, and if it went past this point right here, probably would have gave me some sort of confirmation that it was no longer bullish, but it was trying to go bearish now. And then it probably could have used these as inverse as well and keep on pushing down to where I wanted to go. But you see, candle's about to close in about a couple seconds, so see how this goes. Am I gonna get cooked? Possibly. Hold up. I did cancel the order. Once again, probably shouldn't have done that, but I just, yeah, I see that's already bad. It's already buy mindset. It's not what I want. It's what it wants to do, not what I want to do. It could very well keep on pushing up, at which point it's cooked regardless. So 1 hour is still doing its thing. Hold up. Matter of fact, let me take a look at MNQ real quick.
Order filled.
Yeah, so I lost already over 500 bucks, and that's it. Let me see. That was a horrible trade. That was a horrible trade. That was a nasty trade. That was a nasty trade. All right. So honestly, just to recap, why it was a bad trade. Basically, for one, I did a market sell, which usually I don't really do, to be honest. I usually wait for it to hit FGs, respect them, and then push up. And usually I like doing limit more. But I obviously didn't plan that out at all, and now I'm down, so that's great. But well, I can at least now look back at this clip and see how bad I messed up and why I messed up. But obviously, like I said, I based it off of something I shouldn't have based it off of. I should have maybe seen the fact that it didn't sweep up. Then again, it did push past it, and it probably is gonna respect this, or maybe not actually. But there was not enough context for me to know that it wanted to do that. I probably based myself on a lot of assumptions and such, or things that I wanted to do. But yeah, if I really think about it, in the week, like I said, in the weekly, it did push past this, so it probably might be wanting to go up in that case. In which case, it wasn't up to me regardless. So that's literally it for today. I cannot trade anymore. Like, it literally locks me from the account. So I lost 503. So if I look back here, my current is 49,865. So I'm probably gonna have about 49.3 starting tomorrow, my next trading day. But yeah, I took a big fat L. Once again, that was my fault entirely. Yes, I gotta learn from this, but at the same time, it's sometimes it's a little obvious that you know you messed up and you shouldn't have gone for it, and yet I did, right? But I guess that's how we learn. Um, well, so tomorrow I'm probably gonna like reanalyze this, see what it happened, what happened and what it did beforehand. Right now I did start a little late. I did get here a little late, so I wasn't able to fully chart properly, if I'm honest. Also, I gotta get used to like the talking and also concentrating on the chart. So I'm not used to it at all. But but yeah, for a little context, just for down the line, I don't, I'm still learning entirely. I obviously make dumb mistakes like this. It really wasn't a mistake. It was really on purpose. But I, you know, I still gotta learn to build better habits, to react to the market, not to will my will onto it. I gotta. I think everyone does, but it's just it's hard not to put what you like. Try to do what you want to do onto it, even though that that's not gonna work. But yeah, all right. Um, that's it for that, and yep, deuces.